This is going to be a partial sequel to a video I had put out about 2 or 3 months ago called The Works of Victor Hugo Obscure No Longer. And basically the conceit of that video was that over the years I've been finding novels by the French novelist Victor Hugo that were not either The Hunchback of Notre Dame or Les Mis. And I had found The Last Days of a Condemned Man, as well as quite a lot of his essays and crime stories, and also a copy of his novel of the French Revolution, 93. And I had suspected that basically because of this, his works are becoming more widely available. And I suspected that this theory would have been slightly correct, but I haven't necessarily come across anything of late. This is a pile of books that I have checked out from a local library branch in my county, and I suppose I will show you most of what's here. We have The Assassination Bureau Limited by Jack London. Trying to get into Jack London, actually, because I hear he has a terrific range. And before I read this one, I want to either read Martin Eden, which I had checked out from another library, which is supposedly his masterpiece that has a lot to do with the craft of writing, but also this one that is fairly obscure but captured my interest because of its subject matter, Before Adam. So I'm debating as to which one to read. Let me know if you have any thoughts and opinions about any of these authors that I discussed. But nonetheless, this, I believe, was his final novel, and it wasn't even completed in his lifetime. It had to be finished up by, what's his name? Robert L. Fish. Yeah, right there. And basically, I suppose it's a proponent to the thriller, even though it was published in 1963. Maybe it foretells a lot of what came out later on. I'm not sure, but I got that. I also have To a God Unknown by John Steinbeck. Journal of a Long Pause had said that she had very much liked this book. Or not very much liked it, but she had hauled it nonetheless, and said that she was going to read it. Or maybe she did read it. I don't know exactly how this went, but nonetheless, she had brought this book up, addressed it in one of her videos, and the plot sounded interesting. It's sort of a spiritual, religious type of a story, and I like stories that have to do with faith and such. I'm writing one at the moment, and it seems to be what I'm most interested in. So, there. We have yet another Jack London, The Sea Wolf, which ironically is not about wolves of any description, even though that's what he's most known for, with Call of the Wild and White Fang. No, this is, I suppose, about his time at sea, which would be interesting. But the book I wanted to focus on here was this. We have The Toilers of the Sea by Victor Hugo. I never thought I would have seen a copy of this in a bookshop, let alone a library. Yet, lo and behold, I found it. And apparently this particular publisher, the Atlantean Press, also prints an edition of The Man Who Laughs, which may well be worth tracking down. Now, there's a booktuber whom I follow who's actually one of the better ones on here, named Logan Albright. His favorite novelist is actually Victor Hugo, and this here, The Toilers of the Sea, is apparently his third favorite by him. And as you know, I'm yet to read Victor Hugo. I've been meaning to for many years. It's just that I've been taken up with other things at the moment, and so I thought I may as well save them for later. But now that I found this novel, Saturday was when I went to the library and picked up all these books, and now that I found this one, I may well venture forth into him. I'm not entirely sure. I have plenty of books to read, more than I could ever possibly hope to read, and very little time in which to do it. So, do let me know, A, if my theory is correct, if the works of Victor Hugo are basically now more widely available for anyone who wants to read them. B, if I should start with this one in particular, since I checked it out and may examine it, or if I should start with another one by him, and see just your general opinions of some of these authors as well. That's it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a wonderful Sunday.